Hi, third graders. Today we are going to be talking about elapsed time. And elapsed time means the difference between two times, or the time in between time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you an example that I made up that applies to my life. So if I start my workout out at 1:15 and finish at 1:40, how long did I work out for? So this is a great example of elapsed time because it's asking me how long I did something for, or the time in between when I started and stopped. Okay, so I already drew a clock on here and have it set to 1:15. Okay, so I could use this clock to help me figure out how much time is going to pass in between 1:15 and 1:40. Okay, I can do that by looking here. So here's where the 15 minutes is, and I know that 40 minutes is over here. Okay, so what I could do is I could just count by fives to get from the 3 to the 8, or the 15 to the 40. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. There are 25 minutes in between 1:15 and 1:40. 25 minutes. Okay, so one other way that we can figure out elapsed time is by using a number line. Okay, this would be better used or more often used when there are hours of time that have passed, because it's going to be hard to find hours of time on a clock just because you can't move the hands. Okay, so the number line is going to help you when there's more than an hour that's passed. Okay, but I'm going to do it on this one just to show you. So if I'm using a number line for this example, I would put my 1:15 right here. Oops. 1:15. And then my end time, 1:40, right here. Okay, so start over here, end over here. All right, and then I'm gonna make jumps just like I did over here on my clock, but I can make them a little bit bigger just because I don't have to go by what the clock says. I can make jumps that I know what the time is after the jump. So for me, I think going from 1:15 to 1:30, that seems pretty easy to me. Okay, so I know that there are 15 minutes in between 1:15 and 1:30. So I'm going to put plus 15. Okay, and I'm going to put minutes next to it. And you always need to put what time it is where your jump ends. So I know that 15 minutes after 1:15 is 1:30. And the reason that I jumped to 1:30 is because I can easily jump from 1:30 to 1:40. I know that that's 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to do my next jump and put plus 10 minutes. Okay, and if you do it this way, you always want to put below or to the side, you want to put 15 plus 10 equals, and then say what it equals. So 25 minutes. Okay, so these are two different ways that you can do elapsed time. Figure out which one works best for you and use that way. I'm going to show you another example. Okay, this is what your assignment is going to look like, but just with different numbers. So I wanted to show you this so you could have an example. All right, it says, Sheena's math class began at 9:55 a.m. and ended at 11:10 a.m. She started to figure out how long the class lasted. She used a number line. Okay, so it says use Sheena's number line to complete the problem. Tell the length of time in hours and minutes. All right, so she did the exact same thing as me up above, how I had my start time right here, and then I put my end time right here, and then she made jumps that made sense to her, okay? So she knew that she wanted to have, she wanted to jump 5 minutes so that she could have it be at 10 o'clock to easily jump to 11 o'clock, okay? So I would probably do that too. Okay, so she did a 5-minute jump to get to 10 o'clock, and then a 1-hour jump to get to 11 o'clock. And then she knew she still had to get to 11:10, so she just jumped 10 more minutes to get to 11:10. All right, so what they're asking us here to do is they want to know how many hours and how many minutes the math class lasted. Okay, so I'm going to add my minutes together first. So I'll put 10 plus 5 equals, and then if there's more than 1 hour, you'll need to add those together, but for me, I only see 1 hour, so I'm just gonna write 1 hour. All right, so 10 plus 5 equals 15, so I can just combine these two together to get 1 hour, 15 minutes. Oh, they have it right here for me, so I can just put it 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, not too bad, right? Okay, this is what your assignment is going to look like. Just like up above how it had the example for you and it already did the number line, that's what you're going to see here first. And then you'll need to add those, it looks like it already added it for you, so you'll need to just write that on this line and this line, the hours and minutes. Okay, and it says explain Ava's strategy to someone at home. So find somebody at your house and explain to them what she did based on her picture right here. And then you get to try it. Okay, so right down here it says, how much time do you usually have between the end of school and when you go to bed? Okay, so I already filled in here for you 1:30. It says I leave school at 1:30. So that's what time our online school ends. So I put that in for you so you didn't have to try to think about what time it was. But I don't know what time you go to bed at, so you're gonna have to fill in this one right here. Okay, so if you go to bed at different times, like you don't go to bed at the same time every night, just put what time you typically go to bed at. Okay, so you're gonna put that here. And then you're going to need to make a model based on your two numbers. Okay, so let's say I go to bed, I'll just do mine, okay? Let's say I go to bed at 9 o'clock. Okay, so then down below here, I need you to make a model. And remember, you need to put your line. Doesn't have to be perfect. See, mine's not perfect. Okay, your start time is, everyone's is gonna be 1:30. But a lot of people's will be different for the end time. Oops, I did not mean to put 9:30. I meant to put 9 o'clock. All right, now I'm not gonna do my jumps because there might be people that go to bed at 9 o'clock and I don't wanna totally give away the answer. But I would make my jumps here, however long it takes, from 1:30 to 9 o'clock. I need to find the time in between 1:30 and 9 o'clock. And then once I do my plus, I don't know what I want to do, plus 30 minutes and figure out my hours and minutes, then I would put that right here, how many hours, and then how many minutes. Don't forget, you need to put your like addition problem, either like this one up here, or you can do it like I did it. I think I did like, I probably did it down like that. You can do that as well. But add up all your minutes together and then add up all your hours. You will have hours that you need to add up on here, so make sure you add those together. And then however many hours you have goes there. However many minutes you have goes there. Okay? Good luck on your assignment.